Hi everyone, I'm using Mystical Moments for our reading. I'll choose 3 cards and I'll also read the base of the pack. I'll choose one from Anna Stark's pack as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good, for the collective, or anyone who views this video, and as always, take what resonates and just put the rest to one side and see what unfolds. So I'm asking now for a message for some oh, there we go, the 5 of Cups. Okay, the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the base of the pack is the Star, the Fool, and the 4 of Wands, which is speaking to me. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups is one of grief, of sorrow. We have the moon in Scorpio today, moved in Scorpio early this morning. So the shift, we can feel that shift and these emotions starting to rise up. And in those emotions, there is so much wisdom, and we want to suppress them and busy ourselves. But we're being asked to allow these emotions to just work through us without any resistance, without sending out any blame, without going into regret. And the Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow and is communicating with Venus. So Venus is also retrograde in the heart of Leo. So churning up those old, painful relationships for us to actually feel without projecting any blame or anything out there on anyone, because we've all played our part in every relationship, and this can be a card of grief. So people who have lost a loved one, and this is different. Grief is a process to be gentle with ourselves while we're going through any kind of grief. This could be looking at everything we've come through. We are all different now. We could be grieving the past. But with this card in traditional tarot, there are 3 cups. Here there's 3 flowers going down into the water, lost. But she's old of that tree there that has 2 beautiful flowers still blooming. And she's busy looking at the flowers that are sailing away. And so Mercury is in retrograde tomorrow and is asking us to look at and go deep into our psyche and to really look at our intentions and are we reacting from our wounds? Are we reacting from what others are saying? To really go into that Mercury is the planet of communication, the god of communication, and it travels up into the highest heavens, into the underworld, around Earth. So the communication is vast. And when Mercury is appearing, because it's an optical illusion, when it is appearing to go into retrograde, it's asking us to go back and look at where we have lost ourselves, where we are grieving ourselves, Because as we go back and the energy of Venus and the sun shines light there, we're able to reclaim the lost parts of us. And then we turn around there and we see in traditional tarot there's the two cups, which represent lovers, which represent love. And I just feel with this energy of Mercury going into retrograde, we are going to visit lost parts of ourselves, which is very beneficial. But then opportunities that we may think we've lost come back. And if they don't come back, something even greater comes back. So even though this is an emotional card, the cups are emotions, this card is one of sadness, and it's to honour that and to really go back into our subconscious. This is deep subconscious stuff that Mercury is taking us to and asking us to communicate there with love for ourselves and reclaim ourselves. Because as we reclaim ourselves, we start to then come out from behind that bushel that we hide because we don't feel good enough. We fear that judgment of others because we have been in a pattern for so long. And once we start to move away from that and heal from that, we do change. We actually find our authentic self. So this is a process that's occurring, but from it there is beautiful, auspicious energy that comes from that is on its way to us. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is, look, she's all stitched up there. She's been through the battle, she's been through the challenges, but she's made it. And this is us, we're traveling through this time and listening to our emotions and actually feeling them, not dumbing them down with anything. We're actually feeling them and letting them work through us. And as we do, we reclaim ourselves, we reclaim essence of our soul that has been trapped for lifetimes. And we've all gone through deep challenges, past lives of the worst kind of challenges we can ever imagine. And we've revisited those challenges, those karmic cycles. But this is a card to say that we've done it. We've gone through those battles, and we have got the scars. But in those scars, there are wisdom, deep wisdom. And so this is a time of, things may be coming up, powerful energy around us and working through us to bring those lost parts of us to the surface. And those lost parts of us are getting so strong now, we can't suppress them. And this is not bringing out in anger. It's not trying to control or trying to give blame anywhere. It's actually healing ourselves. And as we do, we become whole. We have turned a corner and are about to start to move forward. But this is also a card that says, just take our time. Mercury is going in retrograde, and so are so many other planets. So when they go in retrograde, it is just to revisit ourselves. And as we do, and as we claim ourselves, as we reclaim who we are, we start to move then. The 8 brings movement. And we're starting this process. Things are going to start to shift. To let go of our fears. Let go of our fear of judgment. And allow ourselves to rise. And you can see there she has all that support lifting her. This is a card of movement. The Star, bringing healing. She is looking up into the heavens with her magic wand there. And holding on to that vision, regardless of what may come up and cloud our vision here in this moment, to shift that, to ask for clarity, to focus on our vision, put all the positive energy there, standing in faith. This is a card of Aquarius. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. And in this age of Aquarius, there is only love. It's the golden age. We are closing off all cycles as we're moving to the ending of Pisces, which is the last zodiac sign. So it's one of completion before we move into the new age. So really having some time to go within and really looking. We know now what makes us happy, and to focus on that, not just for ourselves but for everyone in our reality, to focus on that. Because as we focus on sadness and regret, or anything that brings up that feeling of feeling lost, alone, that is an old pattern, an old cycle, an old karmic cycle. And as we reclaim and know that everything is in divine order, and to take a breath and to realign and refocus. And then we have the Four of Swords, a time of healing. We don't have to rush off. We have these visions. And it's to allow, it's that time of allowance of and acceptance of where we are. We have a vision, we may not be there yet. Not to get in that place of regret and upset, to know that just rest. We have done immense learning about ourselves, about our past lives. And now it's a time of rest, of healing. And you can see there, she's being held, and those feathers, the angels all around her, bringing in that beautiful angelic healing. Call on your angels today. If anything is arising, and you feel you want to go into if there's anything you're going into resistance with in your life now, call on the angels, breathe to peace. Feel the healing of the angelics coming around us, the angels, the divine healing of the angels just surrounding us, holding us, nurturing us and filling us and letting everything else go. And then we have the Fool, which keeps presenting itself. and she is on her merry way on that path. She has a bird in her hand listening to her divine guidance. But as we step on this new path, realizing that we are meant to be exactly where we are, to delve in and find those gifts and stop hiding them, stop covering them out of fear of not being accepted. This is an old pattern from lifetimes of persecution, of being different. And as we stand and own our gift, knowing that no one else around us has the same gift, we hold that gift and nurture it and start on a new path, knowing that everything is within us. We have everything within us that we will need for this new path. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to feel sad about. It's all part of our evolution. And I'm asking now Anastasia Pack for a message for the highest and greatest good for anyone who views this video. We have sacred wisdom. There we go. This beautiful card with the flower of life. And this is the pattern of Venus. She creates a beautiful flower of life, a rose, as she moves through the cosmos. And she is doing her dance, taking us down into that place, into our own underworld, as it is Mercury and communication. But we also have Jupiter, the lucky planet in Taurus, communicating with us, looking at where are we keeping ourselves small in this earthly realm. Taurus is all around, it's an earth sign. So where are we keeping ourselves small? Where are we hiding our sacred wisdom? Where are we suppressing our gifts? Because we can only sit on them for so long before they start bursting open. Allow our gifts to flourish, stepping out into our light. And the base of the pack is manifestation. Here we have Merlin, the magician, Mercury, guiding us into the underworld, into our deepest psyche, so that we can reclaim ourselves and create magic that's not contaminated with our wounds, that comes from a pure intention, not from old beliefs or what others' views may be. So for now, retreat into this beautiful place within and look at our inner environment. What is in there? And it is like cleaning out a room. Once we start to look into these emotions, once we look in there and we see these emotions that we've stuck into the corners and suppressed, once we start to look and move things, it's like shifting the furniture in a room. When we see all the dust or the cobwebs or whatever that has been there, we start to, that's what we're doing within us, cleaning away that dense energy, opening us up to bring in a new beginning, that is our authentic essence. It's not been conditioned. We're not hiding anymore. We don't need to hide. Whatever anybody else is doing, that is up to them to come out and take ownership of who we are. So wonderful, wonderful day. And again, this is looking at our aura, making sure we cleanse our aura today. Just going through with some juniper oil and just taking in the juniper, and then just sending it and just coming through our aura, cleansing our aura, being aware of any tears in our aura, and just juniper will mend any holes in our aura where we may be leaking out energy, and just brush ourselves down with juniper and sit and bring ourselves into alignment. There's a power within us, a divine power within us that is far more powerful than anything on earth. And as we tap into that and listen, it guides us with love and encouragement and upliftment, keeping our eyes there on our own path. So for now, it is just allowing yourselves to relax, keeping our eyes firmly on our own path. Someone was trying to ring then, so if the audio went, that's why. So I've just waited. So keep your vision on your own path. Whatever anybody else is saying is their story, their perception, and to stay in your own, on your own path, and love and empowerment will keep us in that alignment, won't go off track. Because once we start going off track, we know, because we don't feel right, something starts churning away inside us, and then we project it out there and it feels uncomfortable. And when we know that this is an old wound within us, and allow it to be anointed with the angels, with angelic light. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.